You ever went to a Pilates class and was so lost because you had no clue how to use the reformer, and then your instructor did give you a rundown? You didn't have time to retain all the information. So now you're just lost in class, looking confused, and still have no idea how to use the reformer. Yeah, it's happened to me before, and it was the most annoying experience and embarrassing. Especially when you're paying so much money for a class Let's just leave it at that. Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to use the reformer. I'm gonna explain what each part of what the reformer is. Hey guys, it is Simone. I am your Pilates and wellness bestie, and I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly how to use the reformer so you are prepared for your first class. Let's get started. I remember my first Pilates class, I was so nervous. I was actually looking at my my neighbors to see what they were doing, how to change the springs, what did short box mean, what did long box mean, and I was looking sideways at each person. Basically, in a Pilates class, they will give you a full rundown of how to use the machine, but it goes by so fast that sometimes you don't really take in what they're saying. And so when you are doing specific moves, like maybe short box abs or feet in straps, you're like, what the hell does any of this mean? The reformer can look so intimidating. It can get dangerous, and there's so many moving parts to it. What is the Pilates reformer? It is an apparatus that was created by Joseph Pilates while working on injured soldiers, which is kind of crazy because now we use it and we wear cute little outfits, we get matcha, and we still get the benefit. But it's so funny to know where it came from and basically how it's progressed and evolved over time. I do want to say, by the way, I recorded this entire video yesterday and the mic was not working. So I had to re-record this entire video today, and I decided to do it outside. I was so angry, guys. You'll do arm work with straps as well. So maybe you serve the platter. So these are some things that you can expect on your first day of class. Woo! The reformer is, think of it like your one-stop shop for a total body low impact workout with strength training. It is so freaking hot out here. I can record this video so we can just go back inside. First things first, this is the reformer. This is how it looks. For the most part, most reformers will look like this. Every now and then you might see like some variation. You have these that we keep at the studio in Atlanta at Kinfolk. It is a 4-sided contraption. The one that you're looking at right now is actually from Balanced Body, but I have a feeling that most of you guys have seen this one. This is the Allegro. This one is in a lot of studios. It has a nice aesthetic. It's a simple looking machine and it's still great quality, but the one that you're looking at right now, this is the one that we're going to be talking about today, the carriage. This is the part of the machine that all the Pilates baddies are riding. I know that sounds so wrong, but this is the part of the machine that actually moves. What you'll hear when you are in a class is go ahead and push the carriage all the way out. That is when your foot is on a foot bar and you go ahead and straighten your legs and the carriage goes all the way out. It is the moving part of the machine. Next you have the springs. The springs again will differ depending on what machine you're using. For this one we have 1 green, 2 reds, 1 yellow, and 1 blue. Each spring has a different level of intensity, but towards the end of this video, I will give more detail on the springs. Everyone always wants to know, what is this color and what is this color? And don't worry, I will give you a full detailed explanation. But the springs is the resistance system. It's like your built-in dumbbells. Again, each one is a different level of intensity. Next, you have the foot bar. The foot bar can move in 3 different ways. For most exercises, it's kind of going to be like in the middle. I call it the standard setting. You could probably call it 45-degree angle. Then you have the 90-degree angle, which is at a high bar. And then you have a low bar. And then you have no bar. So this is where the magic happens. I want you to think squats, lunges, and presses. And then you have the straps. Some studios have double looped straps. For us, we have both. We have double looped, and then we also have a single loop strap, which is what you're seeing right now. This is basically handles for the arms, legs, and core. And then last we have the shoulder blocks, and then we also have the headrest. So on this machine, the headrest does go up or down, which is really great when you really think about it. So you have the option. Obviously in some exercises it will only be down, and then you have the shoulder blocks, which I think sounds pretty obvious to what it does. Your shoulders will be up against or have a little smidget of space in between your shoulders and a shoulder block, but it basically keeps you aligned and supported. So that was the full rundown of everything you'll need to know when it comes to the reformer. Now let's talk about the springs. I feel like men always want to know what the springs mean, what the color means, because they always just think that the harder the better. And in Pilates they're so humble because they think, oh well, green is the strongest or the heaviest, so let me go ahead and use that. And they're always humbled when I put them on the lightest spring, and I'm like, try to do that now. If you haven't picked up on it already, so I'm gonna list them from heaviest to lightest. Green is the heaviest, then there's red, then there's blue, then there's yellow. And for further quick breakdown, more springs means that it's going to be harder to push, and obviously less springs or using lighter springs, aka the yellow and the blue, is going to be easier to push. Sometimes it can work in the opposite way of what you're thinking, right? So let's say you were doing side standing splits. I don't have a video to show this, so just stay with me. But let's say you're doing side standing splits. You would think, okay, the heaviest means I'm going the strongest as I'm pushing out that reformer. Sometimes when you're also doing yellow or aka a lighter spring, it can still be even harder because that is all your strength having to pull back in that carriage. So my favorite apparatus out of all the pieces of equipment is actually not the reformer, it's actually Cadillac and Tower, believe it or not. But I love a good reformer exercise. I feel like there's so many things that can be done on the reformer that people really just underestimate. However, I like to go a little bit crazier with the moves, and I like to do things on the Cadillac and the Tower. One thing about the reformer that I absolutely like is, wait, there's a plane passing by. So that was a full rundown of what the reformer is, what to expect when it comes to your first class. There are going to be so many moves that you guys are going to hear that you'll hear repeatedly when it comes to taking Pilates classes. Having your feet on the footbar and going into footwork, or going into the hundreds, or grabbing the straps and placing them over the palms of your hands and raising your fingertips to the ceiling. Like, you're going to hear those things. And so just know that when they are asking for the straps, go ahead and reach back for it. But if you ever do go to a Pilates class and you're so lost, guys, please ask the instructor questions. That is what they are there for. Even if they seem annoyed, you should still ask questions, because you can get hurt. You can get hurt real badly. You can get hurt real badly, okay? One thing I always tell people, first things first, are your straps even? And especially if you're doing feet and straps and one string is longer than the other. My back was hurting for weeks, and this is when I first started, so I also didn't know how to engage my core and tuck my pelvis properly. But trying to figure out how to do that on my own while having uneven straps but thinking that was normal caused more pain to my body than it should have. So when it comes to straps, I always tell my clients, if they're uneven, please let me know, because it is so important in order for you to tell your instructor. They're getting paid for that. They're there for that reason. Things to not do when you are on the reformer. If you're doing any exercises that require you to stand up, do not just hop on that thing and just stand up on it. There are specific ways on how to get on the reformer. Again, ask your instructor, but always hold onto the foot bar and one leg at a time, go ahead and get up on there, but do not just jump up on there, because again, the carriage will move. It's a moving part. If you are going to your first class, I highly recommend watching this and using it as your ultimate guide, because why not? It's helpful. Anywho, I hope this video was extremely helpful for you guys, and I hope it cleared up any confusion or questions that you might have in your head. If you have any questions or any other videos that you want me to try for you guys or explain to you guys, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.